everybody? Got my 700 miles in for the day. Wanted to do more this daggum weather though, man. I was so mad at this weather. I really wanted to get this load done today. But, you can't, I don't drive on ice. I'll drive on about anything. Ice ain't me. You ain't gonna find me driving on ice. Yeah, it got pretty slick out there pretty quick. It's coming down pretty good. Uh, and that's turning to ice. I don't know if you can see that front mirror right there. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good little coat of ice on that mirror right there. And that's kind of what the bridges were turning to, you know. Um, that's about what I was getting out of the bridges. So starting to get slick out there. You know, the big thing for me was the freaking wind. That stupid wind was like 30 miles an hour right now. Um, when it's to me, it's like, yeah, the bridges are getting a little rough, but it's bad for me when you got to steer on an icy road a lot. When the wind's whipping and you're steering a lot, it's like a recipe to lose your steer axle traction. And that ain't me. That ain't me. We'll get up. We'll try it again tomorrow. Um, I don't feel bad about the day. I put in 700. I put in 698 miles. 698 miles. So I'm not I'm not feeling bad about it in the least. That, and when things get bad, it turns into this right here. It's a madhouse here right now. I grabbed like one of the last two spots available, and now everybody's trying to get off the road at the last minute because it's a sheet of ice out there. So, um, you know, sometimes you bite it. You just bite it. But I mean, you can look. I don't know if you can see these trucks pulling in. They got a sheet of ice on them. It's just my windshield wiper is ridiculous. I don't know if y'all can see my windshield wiper or not. Um, you know, Good thick coat of ice on everything. It's just a good thick coat of ice on everything. Yeah, check out that windshield wiper. It was, everything's accumulating. This Swift truck next to me, he's got a nice shiny coat. I don't know if you can see this truck backing in here. Got a lot of water coming off the windshield there, but, that truck's covered in ice. It's just, it's turning messy out there. It's getting messy real quick, so. Already seen one pickup truck in the median back there on his top. The cop was there when I went by. Um, you know, it's going to be a mess. It's ice. Ice is a mess. They were salting the roads. I did see one salt truck out, but when it's coming down like it's coming down right now, and it's, I don't know what the temperature here. Let me look at see what temperature says. Wow. Nothing ever does what I daggum want it to. Yeah. Yeah, we're 30 degrees right now with freezing rain and a 29 mile an hour wind out of the east northeast. We'll save that. I'll send that to the broker. If I show up late tomorrow, I'll send that to the broker. You know what I'm saying? Um, I do stuff like that. I like to prove what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Maintain your reputation. Um, just is what it is. 18 wheeler with the $5 super chat says, hi, Cash, great content. What would you look for when leasing onto a company? Great question. I look for, what are they giving me? Like, what are we exchanging? Am I pulling their trailer? Are they paying for the trailer? Are they dispatching me? Or, you want things like that. You want to, I suggest leasing onto a company that has like some connections, because when freight gets tight, And I'm no freight predictor, but let's just say freight gets tight, and you're gonna want some connections. You don't want to be left out in the wilderness. Um, you don't want to be left out in the wilderness. You you want a company that's got a little bit of a reputation, maybe been in business a few years. Um, I would all these things. What can you offer me? It's like, I mean, that's honestly what you got to look at it like. What can you offer me? Um, you know, they're offering a service. You're offering a service. You need to mesh well. Um, you know, like here where I'm at, I pretty much, I tell them where I want to go and when I want to go there, and they find loads, and then they call me and say, hey, do you want this or do you want that? Or I tell them, if you can find a load paying this much going to here, just go ahead and book it, because you don't have to waste the time to call me. They already know what I want and what I'm looking for. I can look for myself, I can do all that myself, but to me that's an added advantage. That's one less thing I've got to do. I look at that as a bonus. A lot of people want to dispatch themselves. It's fine, but I tell you right now, you're not going to find. You're going to be limited, because you can't sit there and watch the board all day. The 10 different boards. Oh, excuse me. Anthony Drummond in the house, $10. Thank you, sir. Oh me. Whew. Let's get to some comments. See what everybody's doing. Trucker Beetle Bailey in the house. What's up, brother? Mark's in the house. What's up, brother? Not much. How's it going, Mark? Spida says, hey, Cash. Yeah, we're out here. We're doing it. We're chilling in the ice right now. I don't know. I may get out and kick my reefer on. It's not way off temp. I've got a start and stop load, but I'm like, I may kick it on continuous here in a minute, just to let it run for a while, because honestly that thing ain't been on like all day. It's been perfect temperature for this load. Let's see. Alexandra in the house. What's up? Says just popping in to say hi. Need to get some sleep. Stay safe. Yeah, I'm not going to be on long. I just wanted to hop on, see what everybody was doing. See what everybody's up to. Kick it for a minute. Anthony Drummond says, what's up? Be safe out there. Yeah. If you're out in this area in Illinois, be very careful. It's freezing rain right now, and it's not going to improve anytime soon. I've been checking the radar all afternoon. I came from West Virginia. Actually, I came from Virginia, across West Virginia, up through Ohio, across Indiana, into Illinois. And I've been in this all day. I was in the other storm that was like moving east, and then I drove through it and basically met this storm right at the Indiana line, and I was like, man, can't catch a break. So I got 700 miles in today in the freezing rain, so I'm feeling okay with that. But yeah, when I started seeing, like, when you go across the bridges and your headlights, like, you can see the shine on the bridges, I'm like, okay, it's getting time to knock it off, because at 30 degrees outside with the 30-mile-an-hour wind and the freezing rain, those bridges are going to be a mess. And I was looking up the road in Bloomington. They got that big bridge in Bloomington, in that area, and it's already dark red. I don't know if somebody's had a wreck on it or what's going on, but I was like, I'm not in it. I'm just not in it for that. Like, I was trying to make up the time that was lost on this load because of the delay at the shipper. But sometimes you just got to know when to. I'm gonna pull a Kenny Rogers on you. You got to know when to hold them, and you got to know when to fold them. You know what I mean? Like, this truck is just shaking back and forth right now. We got 30-mile-an-hour winds out there. I need to clean my windshield because I'm fogging it up. But you can see that wind coming across that light right there, that rain. Let me grab a towel here and Loves is salt in the parking lot there. That's good. That's good. That'll prevent a lot of accidents. My heavy mouth breathing has fogged this window up. New windshield needs to be cleaned anyway. I tried to clean it with this glass cleaner I bought at Flying J. It was on clearance for a reason. It's the worst glass cleaner ever. It leaves more streaks. You'd literally be better off to clean your windshield with whiskey spit. You know what I mean? Take a shot of whiskey and then spit on your windshield and clean it with that. So yeah, just got to know when to hold them, got to know when to fold them. That's what they say. That's what I've heard. Let me get to some comments here. I'm way behind. DIY semi in the house. Spider says, where are you? I'm in Illinois. Not enjoying. I'm off 74 down here. Not enjoying this weather. That little fine mist like that, man, you know that stuff right there freezes like in a heartbeat. Especially at 30 miles an hour wind. Oof. It's going to be rough out here tomorrow. Mark in the house. Mark says, I'm able to punch through Kansas today. Made it to Denver, but I am pick up in Sterling, Colorado to San Francisco. I will be snowed in Reno, Nevada until Monday. Yeah. I was off for a load to Denver today, and I turned it down. Good paying load for what it was. Had some good money on it, but I just don't like going out west in the winter. Hell, I don't like going out west anytime. You know, it's just I'm not. I don't run that lane a lot. You know, like I'm an old goat at this point. You know, like I don't want to go to new places. I want to go to the same places I've always gone to and make the most money possible. Um, that's kind of how I look at it. It's kind of how I look at it. Let's see here. Anthony Drummond, UPS safety motto is safety by choice, not by chance. Exactly. Exactly. I would rather shut it down here at a safe location than to shut her down on the side of the road somewhere, you know, like on, you know, all bent up and waiting on a wrecker. It's not a good place to be. ISX Cummins 565 says, hey everyone. Everybody check out Cummins, ISX Cummins 565, great channel. Everybody check out DIY Semi, another great channel. Are you still in Alaska there, ISX Cummins? He probably thinks this little freezing rainstorm I'm in is nothing, man. He's going to Alaska. You know, that's a guy taking some risk there, going to Alaska in the middle of January. You know, like he knows what he's doing though. Paul Harris, what's up, Paul Harris? Says, hey Cash, in Oregon, we drove from Sisters, Oregon to Ontario, Oregon over Highway 20. It was a butt clenching drive, so packed. Snow was very slippery. 10.5 hours for 480 miles. You know, that ain't bad, really, though, to do. You know, that's a pretty good average out there. That's getting after it, man. I give you that. That's getting after it. I did 698 miles today, door to door. I looked it up on Google Maps. And, yeah, that was what we did. 698 miles. Boy, that wind is popping. Let me tell you, that wind has got it going on. 30 degrees with a 29-mile-an-hour wind makes the wind chill 15 degrees out there. 15 degrees in the freezing rain. I wanted no part of it. I don't know if that bead of water there looked like it was on the inside. I just got this new windshield put in, and I do have some leakage up here. I did stuff some paper towels up here. You know, I'm gonna have to have them come reseal this windshield on the driver's side. Passenger side looked like it was holding up a little better. We'll see. We'll see. Y'all know how that goes with these Freightliners. Let's see. Where was we at? Bill Cosby in the house. Billy Cosby. There we go. Billy Cosby. No relation, I'm sure. It says be careful out there, sir. Yeah, thanks for coming in. Kev Gear Jammer in the house. What's up, brother? Says good evening, Cash. Yeah, thanks for coming in. 18 Wheeler, thank you again for the super chat. I do appreciate all the super chats. They kind of make it worth it, because I try to put time in to do the lives, and I do like hanging out with everybody, but the super chats kind of they inspire me. I'll say that. Paul Harris says passed 2 pickups on the roofs and a double that slipped off the road, put a hole in the fuel tank, but kept it upright. Yeah, that's rough, man. That hole in the fuel tank, that's a costly get me off the side of the road right there. Let's see. Yeah, there was a pickup truck that had flipped over on its top in the median a little while back, but it definitely made everybody slow down because everybody was still gassing on it. And then we saw that truck in the ditch, and everybody slowed way down. There was a big chunk of ice falling off my roof there, slid down the passenger side. I think that was ice. I don't know what that was. Let's see. Jerome Jones in the house. Big money. Stay safe out there. Yeah, we shut her down, man. Freezing bridges, and it's 30 degrees and dropping right now with this little fine mist and 30-mile-an-hour winds. I got nothing for it. I'm not a super trucker. I am nothing to do. Nothing to do with that. I don't mind snow so much. You got to be careful in snow as well, but sometimes snow is doable. Sometimes ice is nothing to play with. Ice is nothing to play with. I don't care if you got a 4-wheel drive pickup. Unless you got those right snow freezing ice tires or the spike tires or chains, you ain't got nothing on that ice. Trucker Peter Bailey, thanks for coming in. Says I'm in New Jersey. The plow trucks just came by and loaded up his dump spreader and said New Jersey will be getting hit about rush hour. 1 to 3 inches of ice expected after 700 and up to 3 to 4 inches of snow. Yeah, what it was is there was two storms. One came up from the Gulf of Mexico, and the other's coming across like Nebraska and Iowa, and they're like meeting up. Those two storms, come together about like Indiana and Michigan, and they're going to go across 80. Man, it's going to be a mess on 80 tomorrow. But yeah, the only reason I noticed this storm is because I drove through the other one that came up out of the Gulf all day, across Ohio, West Virginia, Indiana, and I was thinking to myself, I've got to be coming out of this storm soon. So I stopped, got fuel, pulled up the radar, and I'd be down if it wasn't another storm. I was like, come on, man. But yeah. Sorry, I didn't even realize I had that flipped around. I don't know, maybe y'all would rather watch it rain than watch me. It is pretty cool to watch. Got water in my Love's cup there. Paul Harris says San Diego had hail today. Oh my goodness. Hail in San Diego. What the hell? Paul Harris says Weatherbug says snow tomorrow for Las Vegas. Damn, son. I did see on the Weather Channel, I think it was this morning. I did see that on the Weather Channel this morning. We're talking about the really, really cold. You can see that ice forming on that tanker there. Look at the top of that tanker. Yeah, there is no parking left here. I mean, you could create some spots over there. That's what I would do. If I pulled in here, I'd create me a spot over there. I grabbed, like, on this row I'm in, there was 2 spots left right here. And I hurry up, went over there, did a U-turn, came back, and got this one. Because the Swift truck parked next to me, he's backed way in. so it made it easier to get in. And to my right here, who is this? Looks like a Maverick. Not Maverick, Magnum. Looks like a Magnum truck. He's stuck way out, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not trying to back around that. So I took the easy spot, you know, because that's what I do. But yeah, I don't know. These guys, they're gonna have to find them a spot, get off the road, because, you know, it's not gonna get better at this point. That was my thought on it. I'm like, you know, you can either get off the road now or you can get stuck somewhere. Yeah. Because they're, whoop, 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 whoop. There's Bloomington. Where am I at? There's Bloomington already in the red, you know. Let me get rid of that satellite layer. That way that you can see that a little better. But, yeah. There's Bloomington already turning red. And then I was going to go up 39. So, that does not look like fun trucking up 39 there right now. It's yellow the whole way. My other option was to stay on 74 and go up to Davenport, because I'm going to southern Minnesota. That's where I'm going. But that looks like no fun either way. I mean, and the storm is moving toward Madison right now. So Madison's, you know, I was like, if I go north, like I definitely ruled out going that way. That way was looking rough, like all afternoon. I thought about it, but then I was like, well, maybe if the storm moves north, I'd be okay to sneak in and go under it. You know, would have went up, what is this, 380 right here. So, you know, would have been going up this road right here, 380 up to 35. We're going like right there where that little blip is. That little extension, that's US 14. We're going to Owatonna. We're going to Costco right there in Owatonna. So, yeah, did not look fun. I was like, well, if I could get up here, I thought, well, maybe I'd be okay if I could get up here and run across, you know, 90. But the storm's moving in that direction. And what's the odds that, you know, like, what's the odds you get all the way up to, you know, like Janesville or Madison? You know, the storm's moving that way. So, I don't know. I just, like I said, that wind had me thinking better of it. You know how that goes. You know how that goes. Get this stupid weather app to bring it up here. Yeah. So, definitely think going north would have been the way to do it. Let's see here. Let me create a paradigm here where it's just layers on top of layers on top of layers on top of layers. But, yeah. Sorry to bore you with that. But, yeah, so I'm thinking, like, if I could have got up here, but if you see how that's moving, you know, that's going to go up that way, it looks like. Kind of angle up a little bit. And then, you know, if I would have got up and got over to 90, but let's face it, the storm is already at 90. So, that's why I kind of got discouraged and just gave up on it, because I'm like, it's not looking pretty. It's not looking pretty. So, but hey, we do what we got to do. You know, you shut her down, you stay safe. I've only got the one truck, so I can't really afford to tear it all to hell in an ice storm. Let's see. What's up from Michigan? Thank you for coming in, Matt. Not much. We're chilling, waiting out a little ice storm here. We'll see what it turns out in the morning. I'm gonna get up at about I don't know, I'll probably get up about 4 o'clock in the morning and check the roads, see what Google Maps says about it. If I can get up that early and get on the road, I can still make this happen. Alexander says, Paul Harris, what? I'm headed to Las Vegas. How much? Yeah. Yeah. It's quite a little weird storm we got going here. Las Vegas. Las Vegas. Veggie. Yeah, check out Vegas here. And blue is snow. That's mixed. So, looks like they're getting some snow right now in that area. So be safe out there, everybody. Be super duper safe out there. If you ain't got to run it, don't run it. If you don't feel safe, don't run it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. Where was we at? Thank you again, everybody, for the super chats. Appreciate that. Paul Harris says, waiting for Loves to looks at our 2021 VNL 860 to replace a steer axle brake line. Okay. Wow, steer axle brake line. You don't see that go out very often. 1 to 3 inches in Vegas. Ooh, I bet they don't handle snow well out there. Comes Loves. Is he throwing salt? What's he doing out there? He just driving around. Let's see here. Colin Schaefer says, I'm in Bloomington. Be safe out there, man. It looks rough up that way. Kelly's Kitchen. There's a good channel. Everybody check out Kelly's Kitchen. For some reason, I keep getting you and DIY mixed up. Guess you two have some strange gene pool similarities or something. It's kind of scary. Yeah, that's my brother. DIY Semi's my brother. We were like brothers in another life or something, I think. Let's see here. Where am I at? Israel Anderson, thanks for coming in. Paul Harris says, I heard UPS was sold. No, UPS freight was sold. I'm going to do a video about that tomorrow, probably. May do that tonight, put it out tomorrow. UPS freight, not UPS, UPS freight was sold to, I think it's TFI. They're like a hedge fund, venture capital type of company. They own CFI, and they also own Transport America, and they're going to change the name of UPS Freight to T-Force, Transforce, something like that. They're going to change the name of it. I don't know. These LTL companies are having trouble competing that are big union corporations. And it has to do with pensions. I mean, let's face it. You know, people are living longer and they're paying out on the pensions longer. And, the CEOs are more interested in paying themselves big bonuses than they are paying their pension obligations. And I think that's the problem. Pookie Reese. I'm sorry, I kill names. I come here and I will kill a name. Cash, you're my idol, bro. I want to follow your style. Oh, hey, good deal. Not sure what my style is, but when I figure it out, I'll pass it on. Paul Harris says, doing reefer load with the new company, it's not as bad as I was thinking. Yeah, sometimes reefer's not that bad. Trucker Wild TV, what's up, brother? This is Cashman 100. Fire thumbs up, no doubt. Thank you, sir. Everybody check out Trucker Wild TV. Matt says, yeah, Paul, UPS Freight sold to a company in Canada for sure. Gary Bates says, hit the thumbs up. Yeah, let me make sure I got the thumbs up on my own video here. Yes, I have given myself a thumbs up. Let's see. Oh, it jumped around on me here. Gosh darn it. Okay, there it is. Yeah, thumbs up. 18 wheeler in the house. 18 wheeler with the super chat. Thank you, sir. This is Cash. I had the same problem when my windshield was replaced. If you can have them reseal it on your time off, needs 24 hours to seal properly. Yeah, these Freightliners are misery when it comes to the windshield, man. I mean, has anybody ever had a Cascadia that didn't leak somewhere? I'm not 100% it's my windshield. I know those lights above the windshield leak in mine. I've got silicone on them. I think it might be time to re-silicone those things because that silicone's been on there for a hot minute. But yes, I know what you're saying. They resealed these. They put new rubbers and everything in here when they replaced them the other day. It was cold as hell in Minnesota, you know, when they replaced them. They pulled the truck in the shop and replaced the windshield. They put it into the company shop, but they had a windshield guy come and do it. And I'm not sure how long they let it set inside after he put it in. You know, stuff like that has factors. 30 in the house, 26 likes. Everybody get after that like button for me if you could. You know, change the color on the like button. Hit it with whatever you got to hit it with. No judgment. This is a no judgment zone, so whatever you got to do to make that thing thumbs up, you do what you got to do. Philip Trucker in the house. What's up, Philip? Says freezing rain sucks where I'm from in South Carolina. They are never ready for it. Yeah, same here. I grew up in Tennessee. Didn't get a lot of snow. Used to get this freezing rain, and it would break off, you know, tree limbs and power lines, take out power lines. It's a mess. It's a mess. Thanks for coming in, Philip. Nice to see you. Dick Cab Gear Jammer says wild for sure. For sure. Everybody slap fives, get to know each other. If you've got a channel and I don't know about it, let me know. I love to promote people's channels in here because that's what we're doing. You know, we're a family here. I don't like to, you know, I don't like to say YouTube fans. We're YouTube family for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, brothers don't shake hands. Brothers got a hug. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Billy Cosby says, LOL, no kin that I know of. Okay, yeah, good. Good deal. Good deal. DIY Semi says, what we doing, man? We doing a live show, man. Doing a live show in the freezing rain, man. In the freezing rain, man. Yeah. Yeah, it's a mess out there right now. Absolute mess. I'm judging it by the Swift truck over here. And the Swift truck is not melting. The more it rains on the Swift truck, the more it's freezing. So that lets me know I made the right choice. My hood is kind of melted, but my truck's warm. You know, I just took it off the road. So I'm going by a truck that's probably been sitting here for a couple hours and cooled down. It's not melting. This rain is just freezing as it hits that truck. So Philip Church says, when I was in law enforcement, we didn't know. I didn't admit to anything, did I? I guess you was used to being. Okay, so I can admit it because you used to be. When I was in law enforcement, we would throw about 400 pounds of sandbags in the trunk of our Crown Vics when we had winter weather and hope for the best. Yeah. I really didn't have a choice of parking spot here tonight. I would prefer to park more on a downhill, you know, that way I don't get froze in like I did a couple weeks ago. I got about 20 pounds of ice melt left over here. I used about a half a bag the other day. But I was on an uphill. So I'm kind of on a flat as far as front to back. It does lean to the passenger side, this spot. That's how I prefer it. Like, I don't know, I prefer my spot because I sleep with my head to the driver's side. Like I've got all my phone charger and everything's on the driver's side, so I like to sleep to that side. Stephen Davis says, I said good day. What's up, Stephen Davis? I got your email earlier. I think that was you that emailed me. I didn't have a chance to respond. I was trying to get as much done as I could today. I drove 700 miles. I was hoping to get about another 400 in. I was kind of shooting for like an 1100 mile day. I had high hopes, man. I was killing it. I mean, I'm 700 miles in and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I wish this freaking weather would have cooperated, man. It would have been an epic day. Hashtag exempt. Everything's legal. Don't you worry about that. Um, but yeah, I see what you were saying there, Stephen Davis. I ended that show quick last night, man. I had to pee so bad. There you go. There's your little behind the scenes of what was going on. I thought, maybe I should just pee in this Gatorade bottle and keep this show going. Shoestring trucker in the house. 10-hour break time. Greenville, North Carolina. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna call it a day here in a minute. I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna wake myself up about 4:00 in the morning. About 4:00 in the morning, I'm gonna get up and see what these roads look like. See if they got these roads under control. Let's see. B Rad in the house. B Rad says, good evening. I stopped in Frankfort, Indiana to get some cheap MUDFLAP fuel. There you go. That's how you do it. Icy and raining here. Power is out at the truck stop, so no fuel tonight. What? They need to get a generator. Get them one of them big cat generators, or those what are those Cummings you see at the truck stops, or those Kohler? Is it Kohler makes those as well? Kohler makes a big ass generator. I don't know. 34 in the house, 32 likes. Everybody get that like button for me if you could. Let's see here. Let me get on through some comments. Paul Harris says, it's like the old-fashioned barbershop mirror. Yeah. little see both ways. Angelica Jane says, hi all. Hey, how are you doing, Angelica? Thanks for coming in. Jamie O'Hare says, how's the Huggies doing? And I'd like to build my own. I'll put it that way. Because, when you slide them all the way down, like all the way down, I feel like they're not long enough to get a good enough reach on that top part. It's almost like you need two on each wiper. Like one Huggy to go on the other Huggy to get the reach. I mean, a 24-inch wiper blade on these flat windshields is just tough to keep it against the windshield. So yeah, I'm thinking about building my own Huggy out of like some high tensile steel wire. Like get some really hard, like some tough to bend steel. Because that mild steel they make those out of, that mild steel just doesn't hold, like I questioned it when I took it out of the pack and I could bend it by my, bare hand, and I'm no Superman. It's just, it's that, it's just like cheap, mild steel. Let's see. 7C's Transportation. What's up? Not much. Kicking it. Watching it freezing rain here in Illinois. Watching the freezing rain fall still. It's kind of coming and going. The wind and the bridges is what had me concerned, like the roads weren't too bad. Now it keeps doing this, they're going to get pretty bad. But you know how it is. Those bridges don't like this freezing rain, and we got a winter weather advisory until the 26th at 12 p.m. When is that? Like, that's like tomorrow at noon. Oh, I'm gonna be up and out of here way before then. Unless this just, gets like super bad, which I don't think it's gonna get super bad. I was just concerned of that wind. Yeah, that wind's up to 31 mile an hour right now. 30 degrees, 31 mile an hour wind. Wind chill's 15 degrees out there. Not a good night to be out in this. Not a good night. To be out playing in this absolute disastrous mess. Let's see here. Angelica Jane just went through the Stu K on a closed 80 in Omaha. Made it into Salt Lake finally. Okay, yeah. Be careful out there on 80. It's a mess out right now. Mark, TFI owns it. They also own CFI. Yeah, Transport America. They own Transport America, CFI, and now they own UPS Freight. So we'll see. We'll see how they do. DIY says, I know your style. It's Gangnam Style. Yeah, I love that song, man. That is a banger. That's for sure. Anthony Drummond says UPS should never bought UPS Freight. They were better off as overnight. UPS Freight is probably going to go under in the next couple of years. God forbid, though. Yeah. I mean, like UPS Freight was just overnight freight, right? They bought overnight. I remember when they done that. I was working at a place in Laverne, Tennessee, and across the street there was an overnight terminal. And all of a sudden, like, just, I drove by it every day, and just one day it became, one day it was just like you snap your fingers and it was UPS. So let me grab a water out of here. I bought these Aquafinas and the labels came off like super easy, and the caps don't really fit right. Like, all right, hydration. Am I right? I'm just an old thirsty truck driver. Apparently, that's what all of them are on there. Yeah, Anthony, you're right, man. I almost went to work for UPS Freight. They were hiring up in Minneapolis there, and I think their terminal's up in Blaine. It's over not far from where Cisco is, and boy, I almost went to work there. Not saying that I would have regretted it. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of people's futures that are kind of, up in the air right now over there. G Friday in the house. What's up, G Friday? Says, what's going on? Big money, grip, cash. Yes, for sure. I'm a little ticked off at this weather right now because I was trying to do an 1,100 mile day with an exempt load, and this weather shut it down. And I was gonna have myself like a $10,000 week because I already had another load booked that I'm probably gonna have to call and cancel in the morning, unless I get up in the morning and this is nothing. Now, if I get up at 4 o'clock and the roads are green flag racing, I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna hammer on it. 70 mile an hour legal, and I'm gonna run this into Costco, and then I'm gonna haul some butt up to my pickup in Minneapolis. I got a load in Minneapolis going to it's going down to Georgia, and if I could get that done, that's supposed to be there Friday morning. Oh man, it'd be a little over 10 grand for the week, but Mother Nature's playing. She's playing games with me right now, so we'll see. I Heart Cryptoverse, what's up? Says, hey, stay warm and dry out there. Yeah, everybody be safe out in this weather. Don't get yourself caught out in it, Put your safety above whatever's in that box behind you or on that flatbed or whatever you got going on in trucking. Just remember, like, it'll get there when it gets there, I'm hauling a grocery load right now. Yeah, it needs to get there, but at the same time, freight don't do so well when you slide off in the ditch and they have to come out with a bobcat and clean it up and put it in a dumpster. So I'd rather not have that happen. We got 36 in here. Thanks for coming in, everybody. It's a good little crowd. I shouldn't say little. Hell, that's like top notch crowd for me. Thanks everybody. Um, let's see. Philip Church says it's always bad news when a trucking company gets bought by a hedge funds or other companies that don't do trucking. Yeah, it seems like that TFI is doing okay with CFI. You know, they've owned CFI for a couple years now, I think maybe. But I just hope they're not biting off more than they can chew by getting UPS free. You know, like I, they already own two big companies. They already own CFI and they already own Transport America. You don't want those two to suffer because they went out and bought, UPS free. But yeah, it can be tough. A lot of times when the bean counters get a hold of it, they ruin a lot of it. So let's hope that's not the case. Paul Harris says, for some reason I'm craving a pudding pop. Is it Bill's fault? Yeah, I could go for a cup of Jello pudding. No relation. No relation. Kaylee says, I had to pull off of I-80 near Newton, Iowa. Couldn't see the road anymore, covered in snow. Got the last spot at the rest area. Be safe out there. Good deal. Good deal. I'm glad you got off the road. Glad you got a spot. Like I say, when the weather gets bad, make you a spot. And if somebody gets mad, moaning, and bitching about what you've done, just tell them, say, it's coming a blizzard out there. About a month ago, I was in Mankato, Minnesota, when the blizzard came through. We got like 10 inches of snow and 50-mile-an-hour winds. I got out of Walmart, and Walmart was like, well, you can't stay here because we don't care about truck drivers and or the motoring public, so you've got to leave our lot, which total bullcrap. So I got out, I went down the road to a local retail store. I parked in their lot, and the guy came to plow the lot, and he was like, you got to leave, you can't stay here. And I was like, oh, sorry to inform you, but I think I will stay here because it's coming a freaking blizzard out there, and I'm empty, and I'm not trying to get on the freeway with a empty trailer and 50-mile-an-hour winds and a snowstorm. No, thank you. I did tell him kindly that I would move the truck so he could plow the lot, and I would move back into the plowed spot. Wasn't trying to hinder him from doing his job, just wasn't trying to die that day. So you just do what you do what you can. I just explained it to him. I'm like, I'm not putting this truck out on the road. I said, I even said, like, if you have to call the cops and you have to call a tow truck, you do what you got to do. But I was like, I'm not putting this truck back out on the road. I'm not being responsible for, catastrophe. And he kind of got the point there. Like, I'm like, I'm not moving. So he was cool with it after that. I told him, I'm not trying to make your job harder. I'll move, but I can't put the truck back out on the road. It just had it. Philip Trucker says, oh, well, pretty sure you were out of my jurisdiction, Cash. Okay, good deal. Good deal. Most of the things that I've done in life are past the statute of limitations now. So, one day I'll write a memoir and tell you all about it. One of these days. Let's see here. Daycab Gear Jammer, is that night truck across from you nosed in, or just your camera isn't showing the tractor? Yeah, no, these, oh, Swift, you've waited too long to get off the road, brother. You're gonna have to make you a spot. Best in crash. Yeah, no, that night truck is nosed in. But from this spot down, there is no other parking on the other side. So people will go over there and park. So he will be blocked in the morning. Better believe that for sure. But behind all of these spots here, from where that light pole is That truck down, all of those, there's no spots on the other side. Will there be trucks parked there because of the weather in the morning? You better believe there'll be trucks parked there in the morning. So technically, I guess he thinks he's going to be able to just drive out in the morning. He may have to wake somebody up if, sometimes it works like that. If I was parking there, I would have tried to not park that direction. There's a truck right here, same thing. That bulk hauler right there. He's gonna wake up in the same spot in the morning. There's gonna be a truck parked in front of him. That's just how it is sometimes, But yeah, if it was me, I would have tried to, I would have tried to turn around and come in the other way. Now there is one truck down there, that one there that's nosed in. He's probably cool. I don't think somebody can park in front of him because of the way the lot's shaped over there. The lot goes up at like a 90-degree angle over there. Damn, what was that? What was that? That was my my pre-pass. My pre-pass just fell off the windshield. Ain't that a bunch of mess? I thought when I put that thing up there, I was like, yeah, I don't know if... I didn't think the piece of 3M... Yeah, there it went. Fell again. There we go. We got to redo that. All right. Got to redo the pre-pass tomorrow. All right. Got to redo that. The Velcro I put on the back wasn't big enough. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but I put some little tiny pieces on there. We'll have to do that upright tomorrow. Don't know what Swift is doing over here. Let's see here. Anthony Drummond, love watching that show, Ice Road Truckers, Big Money in Alaska. Yeah, that's a good time, man. I don't know if I'd want to do that or not. Maybe one time for the experience, but I don't think I'd want to rock a whole winter like that. Pokey Reese says, Cash, when I said your style, I meant how you run your truck and business. Okay. Yeah, that's Gangnam style for sure then. Philip Jerk says, hope UPS Freight doesn't become the next Celadon. That's for sure, man. A lot of people work at UPS Freight. I hope they can get it figured out. Weird sounds from the truck stop. I don't know what that sound is. Huh. Weird. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. Weird sounds. Let's see here. G Friday says, yeah, I need to get back to Georgia where the weather has been nice. I'm headed to Michigan, unfortunately. Oh, be careful. That's a mess. That's an absolute mess right now. Daycab Gear Jammer says Philip Trucker or YRC. Yeah, these LTL companies with the big pension obligations, they got a lot of work cut out for them because a lot of these companies that they're competing with don't have it's like a perpetual crippling, when you got to pay that pension out, that's huge because the companies that don't have to pay out the pensions, they buy new equipment, and then they're more fuel efficient, and then they don't break down as much, and it's like it builds on top of each other. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's confusing. Gus says there was a Cisco in my hometown, and the residents that live by by a gang together and banned them from the town. And now they're pissed because they lost tax revenue. Yeah, you mean you talking about Cisco, the computer company? I'm talking about Cisco, the food company. Let's see. The problem was truck noise. Okay, yeah, okay. So you're talking about the trucking company. Yeah, the Cisco in Minnesota used to get that. They would tell everybody to wait till like 5 a.m. before you start your truck. And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I get it. You built, your house is near it. You don't want to hear it, but at the same time, it's like Cisco makes a ton of money for places like Cisco, Minnesota is like, yeah, that place generates a lot of income. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal, what the solution would be there. Like, I heart Cryptoverse says that's a shame they were short sighted. Yeah, yeah, you get that a lot. Stephen Davis says, we're all good on the email, man. No reply needed. Speaks for itself. Yeah, I got a kick out of it, man. I didn't like spend a minute and read it all, but I glanced at it and I was like, that's funny. The title got me. Let's see. Red Diesel says, how's the new fuel card? It's competing. It's competing. It's got a transaction fee on it that I'm not happy about. It's got a $2.50 transaction fee. And it's also got a fee to load money on the card because it's a prepaid card. So I'm not happy about that, but it does have some pretty decent discounts. It but it looks to me that MUDFLAP's going to beat it. Um, it just looks like MUDFLAP's beating it right now. Um, today I had 2 fuel stops I could stop at. They were even money. The new fuel card was in Indiana and MUDFLAP was in Illinois. Even money. But then you factor in, okay, the new fuel card has they charge you to load money, so you got to factor that in. They charge you a transaction fee. You got to count that. And MUDFLAP does none of that. So, at even money, MUDFLAP ends up being like, I don't know, 100 I think about 110 gallons. You put the transaction fee, you put the other fee, your ballparking there's like 4 cents, so you get a good discount, but then it kind of takes back like 4 or 5 cents of the discount because, I don't know, MUDFLAP is very unique, and I keep promoting it and I hope people sign up for it. If you buy your own fuel, sign up for it, use my promo code. Y'all have heard the spiel before, but, it just works. I mean, their customer service is great. Dude, it was like an act of Congress getting this new freaking fuel card turned on the other day. Like hello. Like I told the girl my address. I forgot the apartment number, okay? Because I haven't lived in an apartment in a long time. So I forgot and she was like, well, what's the entire address? And I was like, what the fuck? I gave you the whole address. And she was like, no, I have to have the whole entire address. And I was sitting there like, my head was about to explode. I'm like, I gave you the whole address. I don't know what more I can do for you. And she goes, are you sure there's nothing? I was like, quit fucking. I just broke it down. I said, quit playing fucking games with me. I said, what do you need? Like I'm a busy person. I got shit to do. I can't sit here and play games on the phone with you all day. And she like stopped, like, and I don't like being rude with people, but you know what I mean? I can only take so much. And I'm like, finally, she's like, well, is there a department number? I was like, oh, that's what you wanted. I was like, sorry, I didn't mean to get, red with you, but like, I've already called 3 different places to get this fuel card fixed, And then I got to the pump with it the other day, and the driver ID was different than the PIN number you got to set up for it. So I was out there at the pump punching in a freaking PIN number, and I needed a driver ID. I had to call and get that. Like, MUDFLAP doesn't do any of that. Doesn't do any of that. You know, MUDFLAP is freaking... I mean, they don't do none of that. So, we got Swift backing in over here. Let me see if I can get you an angle on it. Swift's backing in over here. So, you know what Swift is doing? You know why Swift stopped right there? And I'll give you a little pro tip here. Swift went in and asked them if he could park in the spots they reserved for the oil change people. 99% of Loves will let you park there if you're not getting an oil change. They would rather have a truck parked there and go inside and spend money than not have a truck parked there and not go in and spend money. You know, I suggested that to a guy in Georgia a while back. He kept circling the lot, and I waved him down and said, "Hey, you looking for a spot to park in?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Go in the shop, ask them, say, can I move one of those things and park over there?" They always tell you yeah. So there you go. If you're ever at a Love's and there's nowhere to park, and they got those little things, you know, they got the TA Reserve and the Flying J, you know, they got those little wheel out signs they put up in a parking spot. Love's has those for oil change people. So, like, if you want to get your oil changed, they'll put one of those things in your spot and reserve that spot for you while you get your oil changed, so you have a place to park when you get out. If they're not being reserved, they'll let you park there. You know, especially on a night like tonight, freezing rain, you know. Oh, Swift is making me nervous as hell backing in over here. And there's nobody on the other side. I don't know if you can see this or not. Let me see if I can get you. Yeah, so there's nobody on that other side over there. Why he is like so close to that truck? Oh, he's so close. Yeah, I don't know. There you go, Swift. Pull her up. Get yourself some room to work. Don't put yourself in a bind, brother. Don't do it. No reason to put yourself in a bind like that. 41 in the house, 38 likes. Everybody get that like button for me if you could. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, I'm way behind on freaking comments as usual. Let's get her caught up here. Red Diesel in the house. Cool name. I like that, Red Diesel. How's the new fuel card? Okay, that was you asking me about that. Yeah. Fuel cards have a tough time competing with MUDFLAP because MUDFLAP doesn't have any fees. There's no annual membership. There's none of that. It's just straight discounts and good discounts too. So yeah. Let's see. Gus says, I heart the best part was they now store semis there, still dealing with the noise. Ain't that something? Ain't that a mess? Yeah, exactly, I heart. Philip Trigger says that is the sound lot lizards make in the cold weather. Okay, yeah, I was hearing some noise over there. I think it was that Swift truck. He was sitting there. I think it was his air, his like blow off valve or whatever you call it, pressure release valve. It was like, it sounded weird. I don't know. It sounded weird to me. Paul Harris says, I haven't been this far west in 10 years. I was mostly in the west of Mississippi to Jersey. It's nice to be OTR for all 48 miles plus Canada and Alaska, hopefully only in the summer. Yeah, no doubt. I'm kind of anti-OTR, you know. I don't like getting caught in the weather in the winter, so. But I don't know. I run a lot of the Midwest, so it happens. It happens everywhere. Anthony Drummond says a lot of pissed off UPS freight drivers are going to be pissed. They don't even wave at me passing by anymore. Yeah. you guys ain't brothers no more. They got sent off to an adoption family. Um, Philip Trigger says they are going to be a lot of brown pants and shorts at Goodwill. Good point. Speaking of that, I gotta go to storage because I've got a UPS coat that I got when I worked at UPS. And they got things in storage. I gotta go hunt that down. That is a great coat for work. I need to go find that. Um, but yeah, going to be a lot over there. Paul Harris, Anthony Drummond, maybe they will be Canadian polite. Yeah, there you go. It's a good point. It's a good point. Um, Ozzy in the house says hi all, checking in. Evening Cash. Hey, what's up? What's going on, Anthony Drummond? Yeah, exactly. Paul Harris killing it. Ozzy says MUDFLAP is awesome. Too bad they're not in the same network with Pilot and Flying J and TA and all the other truck stops. Yeah, I kind of look at that as a bonus though, because in the MUDFLAP you can find some of these little independent shops that are way better than these big guys. That Mach 1 in Tilton, Illinois, over there, exit, what is it, like exit, I can't remember the exit. It's on 74, right at the Illinois Indiana line. Great little fuel stop. And I'll tell you a little trick there. Don't go blowing up my spot, but they have their own rewards program there, and they're part of Roadies. You can do their card at the pump when you like go in and get your MUDFLAP turned on. Use their card at the pump and then use your Roadies card inside. You can get rewards for the fuel you buy on their card and the Roadies card. Just so you know. Work a little double angle there on them. Let's see here. But yeah, some of the, you know, some of them are good, some of them are bad. You kind of take a little bit of a risk on some of those MUDFLAP stops. Like, you kind of know what you're going to get when you stop at Casey's. Casey's are always pretty good in my book. Stout Brothers are pretty good. You know what you get in there. A lot of the Ambest are good, but, you know, like, you kind of got to Google map them a little bit, you know, to figure out if you want to stop there and get fuel or not. I really mostly stick to the Ambest that I know, like the Fuel Marts and the North Point, Travel Plaza in Wisconsin's an Ambest. There's a couple up in Minnesota that are good Ambest. I stick to Casey's, Stout Brothers. When I'm using MUDFLAP, the Mach 1. Mach 1's got about 5 or 6 locations in southern Illinois. So I do good with those. Paul Harris says, WTF in the shop. The damn mechanic is smoking, damn it. I'll be coughing for the next 3 days. Yeah, I'd be more surprised if the mechanic wasn't smoking. That's kind of their thing, isn't it? All right, guys. Swift has almost got her in there. One more pull-up, and I think he's got it. One more pull-up. He's going to pull it all the way out and go all the way back in. Yep. In and out. In and out. Oh, I thought he was going to start backing. No, he's still pulling forward. He hasn't hit anything. I will give him credit for that. He ain't hit a damn thing yet. You know, I mean, I like to give them hell. I like to give all these mega carriers hell, not just Swift. You know, let's face it. Is a Schneider driver any better than a Swift driver? Is a Pound driver any better than a Schneider? You know, like they're all newbies. They're all wet behind the ears and don't know what the hell's going on. And you know, they've all been sold this pipe dream of CRST Gold Rush and whatnot. Let's see here. Where am I at? Paul Harris says, my company is owned by Knight, but independent from the overlords. I'm giving it 6 to 12. The finisher that I'm with now been here 9 years with 42 years of driving. Holy hell. That's a long time to be after it. You know what I mean? Like, I like trucking, but I hope to God by 42 years into it, I've got enough money to saved up to, shoot at the bird and say, I'm out of here. It's been fun. It has not been real fun. I'm out. Um, I don't know. I'm not like one of these guys that hates trucking. I wouldn't do it if I hated it. But, I I don't know if I want to do anything on this earth for 42 years, Huh. It's a long time to do hell, I ain't even been alive 42 years. And I ain't found one thing that I've been doing from birth to now other than, like things I got to do. Um, Always learning. Hello, just rolling in. Thanks for coming in. We got 44 in the house, 40 likes. Everybody smash on that like button for me if you could. If you got questions about trucking, drop them. We got a lot of good people in here. If you got a YouTube channel, let me know. We love promoting channels in here. I ain't saying I can do nothing for you, but I'm just saying you can let me know. If you got a channel, let us know what it's about. Maybe some people will find it, like it, and maybe they'll come check it out. Zreka 1, there's no storm. Cash don't lie. Yeah, no, baby storm. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's one of those things. Like, I really did not want to shut this truck down, but I mean, it's like it's that freaking ice, man. I hate the ice. You know what I mean? Look at my mirror there. That ice has not come off of that at all. If anything, it's getting thicker. So that tells me what I need to know. You can see that little bit of fog and like that's that stuff that freezes instantly right there. I got no part of wanting any part of that for sure. Let's see what we're looking like here. Refresh. 24-mile-an-hour wind. Looks like the wind's calming down a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I don't know. Looks like a storm I don't want to deal with, what it looks like. Let's see. Where are we at? Kenneth in the house. Look, Kenneth, enjoy listening. Off to bed. Yippee. Get truck worked on tomorrow. ISX 15. Bad knock sensor. 1 on turbo bolts. Can break. Fingers crossed. Yeah. I think I'm about to wrap it up. I've been doing this for an hour now. Working crap. I've been missing your hourly updates. Yeah, no doubt. Cash, why are you afraid of storm? Because I'm not trying to die in a truck, and I'm not trying to tear my truck up, and I'm not trying to damage anybody's freight. Anthony Drummond says, do you ask for fuel advance from your company? No, I pay for my own fuel. They've got a fuel card I can use, and they just take it out of my settlement at the end of the week. Or they settle up every Tuesday, so whatever fuel you've used, they'll take it out of whatever settlement you have around Tuesday. Typically, if you did a weekend load and they're going to settle up with you on Monday or Tuesday, they'll take your fuel out of that. I do better with buying my own fuel. Their fuel card does not have really good discounts. I do better with MUDFLAP, so I just do that. I just run into the storm just for the excitement. Yeah, sometimes I do that too. I like to roll down the window like Lieutenant Dan and scream, "Is this all you got?" I do that a lot, but when it's ice, I don't mess with ice. Ice is like a silent killer. You just be driving along thinking you're doing good, and then bam, your truck is ruined and you got freight spread all over the shoulder of the road. I don't want to be that guy. But like when it's rain and wind, usually, I just roll down the window and scream at it. Um, a few good screams and I feel better. Paul Harris says he's doing well. He has a custom built home in West Palm Beach, Florida, planning to retire in the next 12 months prior to the pandemic. He takes off 2 months every year, travels all over. There you go. Living life. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. At 42 years, if it's something you want to do and you're still doing it, uh, you know, kudos. But I don't want to see anybody out here 42 years into the game and being, having to come in and do OTR every day. That'd be a hell of a rough way to live a life. Yeah, wow, that's a storm. Yeah, a baby storm. I don't know. Like I said, ice I don't play with. Uh, Paul Harris, 90K a year. That's pretty good. Um, as long as you're happy. Remember, money ain't everything. As long as you're happy. Um, Memphis Mower, what's up? It says, hello, I do have a channel about my love of lawn care and equipment. We have had no snow in Memphis this year, okay? Everybody check out Memphis Mower. He's got a channel about love of lawn care and equipment. I used to cut grass myself. I used to have a commercial operation there. I used to do property preservation, and I used to mow about 200 lawns twice a month. So I had a pretty decent little route there. I think I had 5 or 6 zero-turn mowers at one time. Had a couple of those Snapper Pros, the 32 horse. I had a couple of the 28 horse. I had a Husqvarna. I had a X-Mark. Walk behind and zero turn. Yeah, I've had a lot of mowers. Cub Cadet. Yeah. Johnny L, what's the temperature? We're about 30 degrees here where I'm at. 18-wheeler, the only ice I like is in my soda. Exactly. Cash, why are you acting like a Swift driver? No, see, that's the opposite. If I was a Swift driver, I'd be out there driving, tearing shit up. But instead, I said, it's an ice storm, so I'm going to stop and not tear shit up. Paul Harris says, now that's uncalled for. Yeah. Zaverka says, uncalled, what is that? Let's see. Paul Harris says, that would be a good image for your videos, Lieutenant Captain Dan. Yeah, no doubt. Lieutenant Dan. Yeah, I like to scream out the window when the weather's really bad. I like to roll down the window and scream at it. Like when he's at the top of the shrimping boat, in the storm, screaming, "Is that all you got?" I like doing that. Zaverka says, I am general for you. Okay, whatever that's supposed to mean. Yeah, and then whatever that means. I don't speak anything other than English, and I'm not even good at that, to be honest. So yeah, I'll let that one simmer, I guess. But guys, I'm out of here. Take care of each other. Thanks everybody for coming in. Huge live show. Thanks everybody for showing up. Thank you, Anthony Drummond. Thank you, 18-wheeler, for the super chats. I always appreciate super chats. If you want to get at me on the Cash App, it's down there in the description. Sign up with MUDFLAP with my code. What else? I got another channel called Trucking with Diabetes. Check that out. And until later, guys, take care of each other. Bye.